Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is doing a press conference on the opioid plague and North Korea. As far as North Korea is concerned, things are not looking good from what I'm reading in the press. There's a lot of harsh words going back and forth. And, of course, they're talking about going after North Korea and attacking them. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and I'll be right back.
Deaths have nearly quadrupled since 1999. It is a problem the likes of which we have not seen. Meanwhile, federal drug prosecutions have gone down in recent years. We're going to be bringing them up and bringing them up rapidly. At the end of 2016, there were 23% fewer than in 2011. So they looked at this scourge and they let it go by, and we're not letting it go by. The average sentence length for a convicted federal drug offender decreased 20% from 2009 to 2016. During my campaign, I promised to fight this battle because as President of the United States, my greatest responsibility is to protect the American people and to ensure their safety, especially in some parts of our country. It is horrible what's going on with opioid and other drugs, but the opioid is something that nobody's seen anything like it. Today, I'm pleased to receive a briefing from our team on ways we can help our communities combat this absolutely terrible epidemic and keep youth from going down this deadly path. The best way to prevent drug addiction and overdose is to prevent people from abusing drugs in the first place. If they don't start, they won't have a problem. If they do start, it's awfully tough to get off. So we can keep them from going on, and maybe by talking to youth and telling them no good, really bad for you in every way. But if they don't start, it will never be a problem. We're also working with law enforcement officers to protect innocent citizens from drug dealers that poison our communities. Strong law enforcement is absolutely vital to having a drug-free society. I have had the opportunity to hear from many on the front lines of the opioid epidemic, and I'm confident that by working with our healthcare and law enforcement experts, we will fight this deadly epidemic, and the United States will win. We're also very, very tough on the southern border where much of this comes in. We're talking to China where certain forms of man-made drug comes in, and it is bad. We're speaking to other countries, and we're getting cooperation, but we're being very, very strong on our southern border. And I would say the likes of which this country certainly has never seen that kind of strength. So we're going to do our job. We're going to get it going. We have a tremendous team of experts and people that want to beat this horrible situation that's happened in our country, and we will. We will win. We have no alternative. We have to win for our youth. We have to win for our young people. And frankly, we have to win for a lot of other people, not necessarily young, that are totally addicted and have serious, serious problems. So we thank you all for being here, and we're going to get on with our meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you. North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. He has been very threatening beyond a normal statement. And as I said, they will be met with fire, fury, and frankly, power, the likes of which this world has never seen before. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard what he said. But, to be honest with you, as far as the opioids is concerned, I'm just telling you, he's talking too many semantics. We know that the drug plague in this country is extremely bad. We also know that it's coming in from all of the borders, Mexico, Canada, and also a lot of it's being mailed in from China. There are an awful lot of people out here dealing. It's not like you take one dealer out and now you crippled an area. No, a lot of them, and even the police will tell you, they take one dealer out, the next day 4 new dealers are on the street. Or if they arrest 10 dealers, then 20 crop up on the street. So it's okay that you're doing it at the dealer level, but as long as you leave the junkies out here that are getting behind the wheel and killing people, and they're in restaurants, they're in just in stores, and they're a nuisance out in public. So, I mean, I don't care how much you keep trying to coddle these people, something's got to be done. Because, like I said, probably back in June, I was on the road and I saw one, he was holding up traffic. He just stood right in the middle of this intersection, and it was a junkie. And he wouldn't move. In the whole, I mean, he completely shut down the traffic on one side of the highway. It's not like they're junkies and they're off minding their own business. These people do this crap out in public. They're doing it around children. They're doing it around elderly people. Some of them are okay. Others are so out of their mind, they try to fight strangers. It's all kinds of things going on. So, I mean, his initial, their initial reaction might be, oh, well, we need to help these people. I just put a story out yesterday of how many of them are forging scripts. You see the pharmacy robberies. These folks are armed. Okay, they're armed. They're not looking to get any help. They're looking for the drug. And then you have the bank robberies that are going through the roof because a lot of these heroin addicts are robbing banks. They're breaking into homes. I know around me, there was an issue with vet offices, veterinarian offices, where they were breaking in there looking for drugs. So in order for them to keep up their drug habit, many of them are turning to crime. So he's not even scratching the surface if you're only going to go after the dealer. He's not even scratching the surface on this entire epidemic. And I just don't see it changing unless you give people incentive to change. And right now, with this seeing it as public health and not a crime, and you don't want to lock people up, then what incentive do they have to get off of the drug? And they're adults. They have the right to refuse treatment if they don't want it. It's not like you can force their hand and they go into treatment. They don't have to go. And many of them don't. In fact, the majority of them don't. Well, tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. He talked in too many generalities for me to believe that anything significant is going to be done. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can donate to this channel, please do. Peace, family.